Welcome to The GOAT, where we share our opinions on hot topics and let you know what's got our goat on a weekly basis. My name is Robbie, and I'm here with my co-host Sharo. Let's get into it.
Topic about which we broached on the other day when it comes to feminism.
Hit me.
So, I identify as female. Stop. I'm a female. And look, whilst I don't like to say the word grateful because I'm not grateful. I respect it. I don't even know. Look, I don't even know what the right word to use is. So I would say that what happened in the past, that, as briefly mentioned, that women historically did to bring women into the future, voting, equal pay, which is still not really a thing. But then again, choose the right job and you'll probably get paid really, really well.
Yeah, see, equal pay is a weird one.
Yeah,
we should talk about that.
Yeah. What do you?
It's a weird one.
I mean, why would choose the job that you will get really good pay that you need, and who cares if?
Have you ever gotten paid less because you're a woman?
No, and I don't care if you got paid more than me. And it's up to me as an individual to find the job that suits my needs and financial needs as well, and that I'm happy with that. This issue of getting involved in equal pay rights. Well, I'm doing the same job as you, but you're a man, are you? And a woman, are you really? So
I'm a rock.
Like, sort it out. And if you're that unhappy, rather than let's go into battle and with this gender bias bullshit, go find a job that suits you. Clearly, that one's not it. And as I was saying, I'm thankful for having the right to vote, even though I'd rather not vote at all these days. I'd rather cop a fine, but and certain other things. But this business of now having men, you get to the point where should you even be saying men? But whatever, I'm going to say it. That men now feel so confused about whether they should open the car door for you, open the door for you anywhere and let you in, let you go first, stand up for you, just normal gentlemanly behaviour in my book.
So
that's gone out the window.
This is a tricky one for me because as a gay guy, you bitches can do whatever. Bitches can look after your fucking selves. I ain't opening no door for you. I'm not standing up for you because you've got two fucking legs. You bitches can fuck right off.
However,
but it's okay for me to do that.
You have really good manners, and you have many times before held the door open. Let me go first.
If you got shit in your hands or something, I'm going to do it.
You've just got really good manners.
Do you know what I hate? The whole lift dance, the elevator dance. I hate. So you're working in a building, the elevators come, the doors open, and then this guy at the front goes, "Oh, after you," and they're like, and the woman's like, "Oh no, you first," and he's like, "Oh no, I insist," and then the fucking door's shut. Whoever's at the front, get on the fucking elevator because we don't have time for you to be doing this bullshit. Fucking get on the elevator.
There's the point. No, you go first. No.
Oh.
It's completely screwed up.
Do you know, sometimes I've gone, I'll go first, and I just walk on.
Yeah. And that's because the poor guy doesn't know whether he's supposed to go first or not go first, because it's been taken to such an extreme level that men are being abused if they're trying to be polite and let a lady go first because of the feminazis who are just ruining it for the rest of them.
Yep.
Because I really love the door held open for me. I think that is so gentlemanly And I like that. I'm a bit old-fashioned, and so be it. You know, someone go, no, no, that's bullshit. Well, you know, I like it. I also like, you know, if you're getting into the car and the car door is open for you. I like that. It makes me feel like yes, I'm sorry, a woman.
So what do you think is the way to go? Do you think we need to get to a point where it's either or and no one really gets upset about either of it? Or because how do you keep everyone happy? How do you keep the people who are staunchly against it happy at the same time the people who kind of like it, the people in the middle who
Well,
don't really care?
linking to what we were talking about before, I think are we expected to be asking people like,
Yeah, exactly. It's
you
so
can't.
weird. And it's like you have a look at those sort of on the street interviews they do a lot on, say, YouTube and stuff like that, where they go up to women and go, "Oh, you know, would you go out with a guy who splits the bill with you?" And they're like, "No, he's got to pay for me." Rah, rah, rah. But then on the other hand, you're like, you know, fuck him and his toxic masculinity. Like, well, what? You can't have it both ways. Like,
I just think that's ridiculous. And I think in this day, and look, you know, maybe I'm just from a different generation. I don't know, but if someone wanted to split bill, okay, no worries. If he wants to pay for it, okay, no worries. But I think there's just way too much drama put into everything. Like stop creating it into something that it's not. But also stop abusing people for having manners. Stop abuse, because then, you know, it's affecting other people. If you don't want doors held open and you want to position yourself as the biggest feminist in the world, go ahead. But don't criticize other people that like it another way. Don't abuse men on social media for having an opinion about feminist matters. Like the amount of times I've seen women absolutely abuse the crap out of men for having an opinion on a matter that's regarding women.
I agree with you. I was looking at Twitter the other day and, you know, because I'm an atheist, I follow quite a few atheist people. And this woman said, gee, there's a lot of testosterone in atheist spaces.
Sorry, Haran. I was just laughing at the fact that you said you're an atheist. Does that mean I'm really offending you because I laughed at you?
No, I'm used to you laughing at
me.
Yes,
they're like, I'm going to take the piss. If I want to take the piss out of you being an atheist, I'll do that.
Go for it. Happy for anyone to do that.
Now, come on, sorry, keep going.
So she said, this is what her sentence was. Gee, there's a lot of testosterone in atheist spaces these days.
How does she know? Has she literally counted every single atheist in the world?
Exactly. See that? What is an atheist space? So I wrote back to her going,
God.
Your bigotry is showing.
Woo!
You know, something. And she's like, she wrote back going, so are you telling me, a woman that who was just talking to a dozen atheist men who were blah, 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 are you calling me a bigot? And I just wrote back going, yeah, like, I am. Because like you said, have you met every atheist? Have you met every guy in the world? Like you were talking maybe in that little group that you were just talking about, maybe, but you seem pretty annoying. So I'm wondering whether it was more to do with you than the other people.
You're a bit of a dick.
Yeah. I can already tell that you're a bit of a fuckhead. So perhaps it's all about you, honey.
We're back to labels again, though. And these half-wits that sit there and go, put everyone into a little category and a little label. That all men are this, or all women are this. Well, unless you actually know every single man or woman in the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, non-binary, him, her, she, he, etc.
Yep.
Then pipe down, peanut.
Yeah,
because you actually don't know.
Yep.
And now you're going to look like a massive dick for making a sweeping statement.
And there's not enough introspection anymore, because as soon as someone either doesn't agree with me or in some way stands up to what I'm saying, then they're their toxic masculinity, or they're this, or they're them. We're not looking at ourselves going, well, actually, maybe I'm a fucktard. You know,
No.
maybe what I'm saying is wrong, or maybe I'm pushing my.
Or maybe someone else is just entitled to a different opinion than yours, and that's okay.
But not allowed these days. So.
No, see, it's just right. It gets my goat. Have a goddamn opinion. Everyone's allowed an opinion. Oh, that's offensive. Let it be. Be offended.
Yes.
Okay? But then move on.
Exactly. Who
Because
cares?
the world doesn't end if you're offended.
Exactly. No one gives a shit. You can be as offended as you like. What do you want me to do with that information? That sounds like a you problem rather than a me problem. Like, you know, everyone's so upset that, oh, I'm offended. That offends me. Well, no one gives a fuck what offends you.
No.
Like,
And just let it offend you.
yeah, exactly. What's it going to do
And
to you?
Stop listening to whatever it is that was offending you. Now, unless someone's coming up to your face and saying something in your face,
that's different.
Completely different kettle of fish. But if you're offended by something you've heard on TV, radio, or read, stop reading it, listening to it, and watching it.
Yes.
Because it's not for you.
That's it. And that's the thing. You know, we were talking about how different categories of people get elevated above others, and they can have an opinion, and everyone else's opinion's not allowed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because if you start saying, if someone says something and they say, what you're saying to me is offensive, and you go, well, actually it's not, blah, 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 then suddenly you're fragile. Then that's when the fragility comes into it. Well, you're just too fragile. Like, but I can say it's offending, that it's offensive, and not be fragile. Like, what?
I can't anymore. Half the time you're better off just speaking to nobody.
Yeah.
In case there's just some sort of dramatic outcome from speaking.
Yeah. And you just got to laugh at it. You just got to go, well, what the fuck? Like,
I can't. And that's what I mean. Like, people just need to calm down. Calm down. You know, I'm not scarred for life. Which we were talking about the other day. You know, when all these topics we like to talk about. You know, when you've got two gay people that are talking. And excluding me from the conversation because I'm not gay. Did I go into the fetal position and start rocking? No, I didn't. Did it kind of go, oh, okay, orcs, right. But then you just got to grow a brain and go, well, they don't really want to talk about that with me. That's their thing.
Yep.
Fine, okay. You know, you might get a little bit of a, well, that's a little bit rudish, but then you get over it. Like, get over it, people. There's something in a fleeting moment in your really long life that might upset you, irritate you, devastate you, break your heart, what have you, anything. The list is long, but you've got to find a way to then go, that's not for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But
Move on.
I also think that, you know, it's not right though. Like, especially for a group of people who say that we're excluded, should not be excluding other people.
There was this time when two of my friends were talking, and both of them were gay. And, you know, they were laughing. Oh, so I went on over, and then they just stopped talking. I went, what? Oh, it doesn't matter. You wouldn't understand. No. We know. Like, that's just something you just don't want to know about. I'm like, no. Tell me. You know, natural instinct to respond and go, no. You know, tell me. And then it just got really awkward because you're kind of standing there going, do I leave? Anyway, all it turned out that they were actually talking about was the events that they had on the weekend, you know, going out to the gay bars and things like that, and the hookups that they'd had. But they did not want to include me in that conversation. And that pissed me off. Because I thought, really? Like, and as you said, it's, you want to be included, but then you do the exact same thing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially since you guys are mates.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't like, you're a total stranger or something like that. You were mates.
And it's not like I don't know that you're gay, and it's not like I don't know what you get up to on the weekends. But it was kind of like, don't exclude me for that. I just thought, no.
That whole you wouldn't understand because of this, or you can't have an opinion because of that, or there is definitely something to be said for lived experience.
Yes.
Absolutely. But it doesn't mean that you can't fucking empathize or understand to a certain point or anything like that just because you're not that person.
And you don't know what I have and haven't done.
Exactly. So it's just, it's, I really can't stand where we've gotten to where, you can't talk about it because you're a male, or you can't talk about it because you're not trans, non-binary pussycat.
Exactly. Pussycat.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's silly because, well, actually, I'm a human being. And I might not have that exact lived experience, but I have some lived experience.
Yep.
You don't know me, so you don't know all my history. And fuck off.
Yep.
Because if I have something to say about something, I'll fucking well say it.
And look, this is kind of completely nothing really to do with that, but it kind of is as well. It's the same thing that, drinking. So, I haven't drunk for many years now, and that was my own personal choice, for health, but also because I literally, the last time I got on the piss, I was just sitting there and I started, when you just pause, and I stopped and I looked around and I just went, dear God, this is boring. Maybe because of the company that was surrounding me, I don't know, but I just thought, it's the same thing every time you go out on the piss. It's the same idiots that can't hold their piss, number one. The ones that start going, oh my God, I love you. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're my best friend. Go away. Or the ones that sit there and get so pissed because they can't hold it and will just start telling you their life story and how much they love you. And I just decided I didn't want to participate that in anymore. But what you find is that, number one, if you do go to any sort of function, that all people will do is say to you, oh, come on, drink.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, have a drink. Why? I'm quite happy not. But it's almost like that attempt in, people in their 30s and 40s and 50s attempting to get you to drink because they think that will turn you into something different, that's just rude. But at the same time as well, you've got that, well, now that you know that I don't drink, are you not going to invite me along, are you?
But then sometimes, though, that it goes the other way where they overly try to invite you because they want to, for some reason, get you back on the wagon.
Yeah, they think, we've got to get them drinking again. Why?
Yeah.
And look, honey, I'll tell you right now, I have drunk enough in my life to outdrink people that are probably still drinking. Tasmanian, hello. God, please don't hold that against me. People can drink, there's not much else to do on weekends. So it hardcore.
And you've got those two heads that you need to.
Yeah, double the drinking capacity. However, what is good is that it's actually becoming really quite popular to not be drinking. So all these pop-up bars that are coming up that are non-alcoholic, it'd just be nice if people had conversations that didn't involve grog.
Well, alcohol is a really funny one because it's so funny that alcohol is the drug that's legal.
Oh.
Because alcohol is responsible for a lot of fucking shitty shit. Like
Horrible stuff.
domestic violence, car accidents, fights, one punch kills.
Yep.
Like, it is probably the gateway into people's pokies habits.
Yep.
There's so much that alcohol is responsible for, yet it's just get it anywhere.
Yep.
Like,
and we'll advertise it on telly.
yeah, it's just really strange. Like, it's just
Don't. Well, see, the other thing that really shits me is that you've got, gambling, as you mentioned, is such a huge problem. And yet, every day, there's promotional ads
Yep.
for betting.
Yep. Fucking hate poker machines. They are the scourge of the fucking
Scum of the earth.
Oh, I hate them. And anyone who likes I like a good flutter on the pokies, you're a fucktard. You might as well just whip up your money and throw it. Like,
Throw it in the street.
go and waste it on something else. Like, because I'm all for wasting money on frivolous bullshit, but all you're doing is you're pouring all this money into these people that have billions, and they've designed this machine to take your money. Like, one of my best friends' brother used to on his lunch break on payday, used to go across to the TAB and sometimes walk out of the TAB at lunchtime with his whole paycheck gone.
Wow.
Like,
A lot of people in our old workplace used to do that too.
oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, lots of gambling. Well, let alone, toddling off to the pub to have a drink during the day as well.
Even when I was a drinker or someone who drank alcohol, I would never go and have, like, maybe if we were out to lunch. Even then, I never.
No, or you never got that. God, I really need a drink.
No,
never got that. It was literally like, yeah, Friday night.
Oh, in my 20s,
go out.
Yeah,
but it was never. Oh God, I'm hanging for a.
No.
And all these people. It's just like maybe there's something wrong with our taste buds. I don't know, but I doubt it.
No.
Like, it's so hot, I need a beer. The last thing I think about if it's 40 degrees is having a beer.
I don't know. There is something to be said for, I used to live in tropical Queensland, and there is something said for if you've just mowed the lawn or something like that and having a cold beer that is good, I've got to say.
It means that you like the taste of malt.
Yeah, but it is good. I've got to say that.
Yeah. Spew bucket. Well, let alone the fact that, another reason to stop drinking is hangovers.
Can't do them. Too old. Can't do them. Like, I just can't.
I couldn't even do them when I was young.
I could when I was young, but even a couple of glasses of wine these days gives me a hangover. Like, if I have a couple of glasses of wine, I toss and turn all night, and the next day I'm just crap.
Don't you remember the days of hanging over the toilet bowl and just power vomiting?
No, I was never a person who threw up. No.
Did you ever spew when you were out on the piss and then keep drinking?
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course.
We're going to have to get into a full-on session.
Wind, motherfucker. Second wind.
Yeah, I'm right now. Yeah,
let's go. I do remember once when I was at uni and I was worked in a bottle shop, and I had to open up the bottle shop, and I was late because I was so hungover because we went out the night before, and I only lived around the corner, so luckily I just walked there. So I was late, and the only people that go into a bottle shop early in the morning, like 10 o'clock when you open, are the alcos. And then during the day, more people come in if they're having drinks later on and stuff like that. But it's just the alcos really at a daytime bottle shop. So they were like, "Oh, you're late," and I'm like, "Fuck off!" And I got in there, and before I opened, I was that hungover that even the sight of the alcohol in the alcohol shop was making me want to throw up. And I sat in the fridge on a stack of beer, on a pallet of beer, just going, "Oh," it was terrible.
Just the things we used to
But then
do.
I went out. I'm pretty sure I went out that night after work. So.
Oh yeah. The Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was humanly possible. Wow.
Yeah, ours was Tuesday night. Tuesday cheap drinks.
Wow.
And then Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
Wow.
I know, crazy. I couldn't even go out. I couldn't even go out one night now.
Well, I was just going to say the thought of one night right now.
I'd go out at one night, and I'd be in bed for the rest of the week.
Pretty horrendous.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you next time.